Oh, yes. That's it.
Hey, welcome, folks, to another great evening with Cook with Paul. And tonight, you will want to watch this show because we got some of the finest guests on here that you, and a lot of you already know it. I put them on Facebook. And we do have a Hall of Famer, Mr. Leonard Wood, with us tonight. And the beautiful Lori Banks is also with us tonight. And we're going to be talking to Leonard. I hope you will get your phones ready to call and talk to him. But before we get to Leonard and Lori, the cheapest gas, I'd like to tell you folks about this, you know, is in Ridgeway at $2.94 a gallon. I got some this evening, and but that's the cheapest. But unless you go into Danville, then you get into 280 something. So anyway, I just want to let you know that so you can save a few pennies here and there if you can. And also, if you're out tonight, want to go out for dinner, and you'd like to have a nice margarita or something, I suggest you go to my good friend Leon up here at Los Norteños. They have 12-ounce margaritas for $1.99 and a chicken special also. I don't know what that, but all of it is good. And go by to say hi to my friends up there. And tonight, the numbers on the bottom of the screen, if you call in, you will have a chance to win 2 movie passes for Movie Town. They got the best movies in town, the most updated movies. We will give you passes for for Movie Town, 2 passes, and also we're going to give you a dinner free of charge by calling in if we draw your name at the end of the show. And at El Norteño's restaurant over at Piedmont Mall, you get a free dinner over there, plus a free oil change from my good friends up at Jim Mills, Chrysler Jeep Dodge. And that's the best oil change in the world. And you get the top grade oil. Plus you go get certified mechanics to install that, to put it in your car. And all this is free to you tonight, just by calling in. And if you call in tonight and talk to my good friend Leonard Wood, this is a very special treat you're going to have. He's got this commemorative coin that is made especially for the Wood brothers. They made it for Leonard in the Hall of Fame. And these are scarce. Everybody don't have one in their pocket or in their collection. But if you call in tonight and talk to Leonard, your name would go in another drawing, and we're going to give someone a free one of these night. And you talking about something nice. These are nice. They're not cheapos. They're heavy. They're beautiful. And so call in and get that. And one more thing before I leave. Stonewall Christian Church. It is one of the church that I go to. Every year we have a free market, and it comes it's on Saturday, November 9th. So it's a little early for this, but we need some help. There's a lot of folks out here, folks that need some help. They are in dire need of food, money, or clothing, detergents, toiletries, all this stuff. They don't have any money to buy this stuff. And we're collecting this like we do every year, and I'm just kind of hitting on this now. But if you have anything that you want, you can share it. We want it in good condition, of course. We don't want any junk. It's not free market. But I want you to call the church at 647-8285, 647-8285, and they will pick it up for you. So keep that in mind, will you? And help these folks out. It's not quite as fortunate as you are. Now, I got a phone call. Then we're going to go to our guest just a moment. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, my name is Bobby Turpin.
Hey, Bobby.
And I'd like to get on the list there to speak to Leonard Wood and Lori, please.
Well, I won't bring them on right. Just hang on. Don't run away. Hey, Leonard, here we go. Leonard Wood and Lori Banks. Hey, you folks. We're so glad to have you again here, Leonard, and you too, Lori. You guys are an inspiration to this area. This is the race country here. You know that. And Wood Brothers is right here in Stewart. Your family. And that's a great thing. We're glad to have you here tonight, though. And what kind of question would you like to ask Leonard?
Well, I'd just like to know what kind of special project Leonard is working on. I know Leonard pretty good. I've been knowing him for quite a number of years, and all. I never met Lori, but just on Facebook. But I'd just like to know what his working on these days for his special projects.
Leonard?
Am I on there?
Yeah, you on there.
Yes, was glad to hear from you, your longtime friend, and the latest project I'm doing is I got through with a go-kart that I made, and my nephew was quite impressed with it, and he wanted me to make his grandson Riley, which is a year old Saturday. He wanted me to make him a car, so what we decided on, it's a replica of the Lotus that won Indianapolis in 1965. It's a little more than half size in some ways, and then probably a half size in other ways. But it's in the making. I've already had some test runs with it in the parking lot, and so we got some other stuff going on right now, and I had to put it on hold. But it's a pretty neat vehicle. Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Anything else?
Yeah, I've got a question for Lori. What is she currently doing now? I know she's got her involvement in quite a number of things. I'd just like to know what she's currently working with.
Well, first of all, it's great to hear from you, Bobby. And tonight I am the president of the Leonard Wood Fan Club. So that's what I'm doing tonight. And
That's wonderful.
to be determined on the future projects. So I will post it on my Facebook.
But if you could not have a better person there, that I love Leonard Wood and all, and he's been a big part of my life, he and Glenn, and all, and the boys, of course, Eddie and Lynn, and the daughter. They're just wonderful people. So I want to thank you for taking the time to speak with me. It's been a thrill for me to be with you on Facebook and a lot of your things and all. I want you to know that, ma'am.
Yeah, we'd love to invite you to come to the Wood Brothers Museum in Stuart, Virginia, because they have done so many new things there, and they've even added a piece of the tree that they originally used to lift the motors out of the car. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. It's attached, looks like it's coming out of the wall, and then the chain horse that we pulled the engines with is on that. It's not the same limb. The existing limb is still there on the original tree, so we're going to take a picture of that in the future. But that's a symbol of how we did it in the old days, and it looks pretty neat hanging in the shop. And of course, Eddie and Lynn has just done tremendous work in the back of pictures, of giant pictures, showing the progress of Wood Brothers Racing over the years, and a lot of other drivers as well.
Well, I want to thank you very much, and I'm going to listen to the rest of the program, and long live the number 21 in the Wood Brothers.
Hey, Bobby, your name is going into the kitty to get a drawing for this commemorative coin from Leonard. It's a beautiful coin.
Thank you very much for that. It's a wonderful program.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Hello, you on there?
Hey there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You choked me up.
Oh, I know. That's cute.
I'm used to it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I hate to interrupt your show.
You're not.
But I certainly appreciate the time that we could talk about our dinner theater Saturday evening.
Oh, Mary Jordan.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
great.
hi, Mary. I'm sorry. Yeah, I told Lori, we were talking about this yesterday,
Yeah.
about the dinner theater at the Fisher Penn Center Saturday evening. And yeah, I think it's a great thing, Mary.
Well, if we only had 25 people to buy tickets at this time, I'd be very, very disappointed. But I want to thank everyone who has already bought their advance tickets. And the tickets, I tell you, it may be a sellout, Paul. I am just thrilled to death.
Well, I'm sure it is, Mary. And this don't happen around here. We don't have a dinner theater. And I've come just for dinner. But I'm looking forward to Mark Twain's presentation. I think it's going to be wonderful.
I know. Well, I think we're going to have a good dinner. Elliot and Connie Stone are going to be the cooks for it. Thank goodness they didn't ask me, but as you know, I am not the cook.
Oh.
But it's going to be a good menu. I think it's going to be a good dinner, and we're bringing in the decorations to set the mood of the early 1900s. So I think everybody will enjoy it.
I know they will. And it's a Saturday evening at 6 o'clock is for dinner, and the show is 7:30.
And if you just want to come to the theater portion, that starts at 7:30 up in the Lester Banquet Hall.
And the tickets are $25 for dinner and show, or $10 just for the show.
That's exactly right.
And you can get the tickets by calling 276-957-5757.
That's right, and you better get them tomorrow if you want to come to the dinner.
And you can also get them right here, BTW21.
Well, I think I had to pick them up in order to get a food, a head count.
That'd be fine. Sorry about that. So get them
just call the center.
Mary, it's been a pleasure, and we will see you Saturday night.
Okay, thank you, Paul.
Bye-bye, dear.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, how you get that off? Oh, okay. There you go. But Leonard, I can't imagine these days anybody pulling the motor out of a race car with a limb and a chain horse. I just thought it's unreal.
Well, I mean, that's all we had. And,
I understand.
And then, we're working on the ground. You might put a piece of cardboard or a piece of plywood down to get under the car just so you're not on the ground. And so then a few years later, we built a little two-stall garage and had a wooden floor. And, man, we was uptown whenever we got to that. But Wood Brothers has come a long ways, and I get to thinking back, but even though we was doing it, pulling it out from a beech tree limb, it was still a lot of fun, and I just look back and think how blessed we've been over the years, and it's just.
So what year did you guys start the Wood Brothers expedition that we on the call?
1950.
1950.
Yeah, this is our 63rd year of racing, and of course, I've seen quite a bit, and we've done quite a bit, and but Lori Banks has been, we've been sort of hanging out together for this is going on 7 years this October, and actually she knows more about racing than I do, and so she's a very talented lady. Just stays on top of everything.
Well, a couple years ago, you guys invited me up the track, and I was overwhelmed. And I found that Lori was very, very well up on racing, and everybody knows you up there, and that's great. You're such a lovely person, and you're a racing enthusiast, and I think the numbers and everything else that you need to know. I don't know this stuff. But I was very impressed, and I was very pleased and honored for you guys to walk me and show me around all up the track. It was a great day.
Well, she's a lot of help. Like I'm just turned 79, and I'm proud of every year of it, and so I can't see and notice a lot, and she notices everything and fills me in, keeps me up to date on what's going on and things that. I might miss seeing somebody important that I wanted to speak to, and I wouldn't have seen them without her. She spots them all. I don't know how she does it, but she does.
Well, let's take a little break here and catch our breath here. Hey, so don't go away, and don't forget, give us a call in to talk to Leonard and Lori and me if you want to. But call in and don't go away. We'll be right back.
Oh, yes. That's it.
Come on out to El Norteño in Patrick Henry Mall. Come on out for great fun, great prices, and a family-like atmosphere. Come on out and join the fun at El Nortino in Patrick Henry Mall.
I'm Ed Frio, president of Bestwood Products and Blue Ridge Mountain Cabinets. My wife Marlon is here today with me. We own a family company and we're here to serve you, the public. Our goal is to provide factory direct all wood cabinets at very competitive prices. Solid wood doors, all wood vanity. This vanity is regularly on sale for $7.95. We reduced the prices on all our vanities. This vanity would now cost $5.31. Please visit us here at Bestwood Products. We're located at 1220 Memorial Boulevard in Martinsville. Our phone number is 276-632-2120.
You don't have to be in an automobile accident to call Jim Mills Collision. Enhance the beauty of your automobile with a custom pinstripe, racing stripes, or custom-made decals. A Jim Mills specialist will help you transform your old classic into a restored work of art. Small dents, dings, scratches, hail damage, and minor repairs. Call today for an appointment at 956-1212.
Hi, we're Joe, Judy, and Joey Sparks with Sparks Family Farms. We raise all natural grass-fed beef, no steroids, no antibiotics, USDA inspected, locally grown right here in Patrick County. Also, we have, on a new addition, we have our free-range eggs, fresh eggs every day.
Sparks Family Farms. For more information, call 694-6147 or visit their website at grassfedbeefs.com.
Come on down to Los Norteños, right next to the Dutch Inn. Great food, great prices, and you're always guaranteed to have a good time. So come on down to Los Norteños, next to the Dutch Inn.
Oh, yes. That's it.
Well, we've been having fun off the air here, reminiscing about a lot of stuff. When I first met Leonard a couple years ago, he asked me, did I have a glass top stove, which I do. And he said, let me show you something. So he brought this. Can you see it? It's a star. And this star is made out of welding wire, I believe it is.
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel. But I said, what is that for? He said, well, when you're on a glass top, a lot of pans, they will get a black ring. I don't care what it kind of is, just put it on there. But if you put it on top of this, you will never have that problem. You don't have to get all that scrubbing with your hand. And that's why Leonard said he made this thing, because he was tired of cleaning the stove top. But, guys, I'm sorry. I'm getting choked up here. Hello, you're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey. My name is Donna Thornton.
Hey, Donna.
I used to be Donna Tatum. I don't know if Lori remembers me or not.
Oh, yes, hi.
Hey, how are
Hey,
you?
talk a little louder. We can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I went to school with Lori, and don't get to see her that much. But I had a question for Mr. Wood.
Okay.
Okay.
When is he going to change the scheme on the car?
Change your what?
When is he going to change the paint scheme on the car?
The paint scheme on the car.
We just run different paint schemes from time to time. Right now, at Daytona 500, we run the 63 paint scheme. In Indianapolis, we run a paint scheme honoring Henry Ford's 150th birthday. And so it just depends. Sometimes Ford Motor Company wants us to put a different paint scheme on. That's what we do from time to time, so I'm not sure what the next one's going to be.
Does the paint color deter any wind resistance from other ones? That's a stupid question, I know.
No, they don't change the wind resistance, but that was a very neat paint scheme. It ended this year. They had the Henry Ford on the hood, and this Spada guy, Spada, I can't remember his last name, was on the side, and so I'm thinking if it had been in my era, I would have been hanging on the side of his first race car, oil in his motor.
He had to have the guy to balance out the car going around the curves, so it was pretty interesting.
Explain this one to me, Leonard.
That's a paint scheme that they ran when I was inducted in the Hall of Fame. They thought since we won Indy in 1965 that they'd paint the same paint scheme we was using in our car in 1965. And the Hall of Fame wanted to honor me at some racetrack, so Lynn and Eddie, my nephews, decided that that'd be a good time to do it. And the Hall of Fame was so nice. They invited me and Lori Banks here to come along with my family, and we celebrated the last year's Indy Brickyard 400, and it was a very special day, one of the most special in all the racing that I've had.
Well, I'm sorry, we didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't. She must have hung up, but that's fine. Hey, your name is still going in the kitty. Maybe you can win one of these coins, and I'm going to throw one of these pictures in too, as an autograph picture of the Indy car. And it's some great memos that you can keep for a lifetime. And after we're all gone here, it'll be something to look back and some good memories, you know. And I think it's wonderful to have something like this. And but you know, I was talking about these things for the glass top, and I've let folks use a couple of these things, and they praise them, you know.
Love them.
Huh? They love them.
People love them
because they don't. You know, I use them at home. And you set your pot on here, and I don't have to scrub the top of that thing unless I boil it over. And then I don't care what you got to do, it's going to happen. But if anybody out there is interested in taking these things and getting with Leonard, getting a patent on these, hey, I tell you what, you will make some money. And because these are, they are unique. He showed me how to make them, and you'll be surprised. But it is something that every house should have. You got a glass top. You need 4 of them if you got 4 eyes or whatever. But anyway, I wanted Leonard to know that these are still out there in auction, and I have talked to folks, and I haven't talked as much as I should. I know.
We should give some away.
Yeah.
Well,
tonight we're gonna give some away tonight. We'll give you one away on the 2 winners. So that right there. But Leonard, you know, I had the pleasure to talk by Leonard's house one day, and I went in his garage. And that is an unbelievable garage. You know, the car, he builds these little model cars. I mean, these
remote cars, gas powered.
But they are beautiful. I think you, Earnhardt Jr. You made him one, didn't you?
Yeah, he has about 3 of my cars, but he wanted a new one of the new one's latest version. So I got him one. We just hadn't had a chance to test it yet. So it's racing season's over. Maybe we'll go test it.
He's got a special track at his house.
In the house, you do?
Yeah, he's got about 3 tracks at his house.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But you know, I was just impressed with your toys in your garage.
Well, it keeps your brain working.
Of course it does.
And of course, I got, you know, enough equipment in my car garage that I can make whatever I want to make, you know. So that's kind of what I'm interested in and doing in my spare time. So it's just nice to have the equipment to go out and make whatever you want to make.
But I'm amazed at the mentality. I mean, gee, well, you're a very, very brilliant man, Leonard, and I envy you. I wish I like that he built a remote control lawnmower. I wanted one of those. And, plus, he got another one that's got the shocks. I mean, I had never seen them like.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Excuse me, I know I'm choking up today. But anyway, it is such an amazing man, and that's why not only on the circuit and what you've done in the past, but what you're doing now, Leonard. It's just a great. It's great to know you, buddy.
Well, you know, years ago, I always wanted to make a car, a full-size car, a sports car, you
Put
know.
it on the market.
And well, I just wanted to make one, of my own design, own suspension and all that, and never did get to. So then when the making the lawnmower come along, I got to do some of it, and then so here in the later years, it just seems like it's just nice to keep your brain exercising.
Well, I think, you know, if you don't keep your brain exercised, it will flatten out on you. You get flabby and all this kind of stuff. But it's just that, yeah, you know, I think, Lori, don't you feel? I agree with that. And if you're a couch potato, that's what you're going to be. And you're going to grow spouts and everything else you don't want to do.
You need to keep your brain working.
You need to do that. And my wife sees to that.
Hey, Betty.
But it's just that the time is running a little short here. But Leonard, is there anything special that you'd like to say now, whatever?
Well, I mean, I'm just, you know, proud of all of the fans over the years, the recognition they've given Wood Brothers, and continued to give it Wood Brothers. And the fact that Glenn and I went in the Hall of Fame right behind each other, and the Hall of Fame has really went all out to, you know, make sure you got recognized properly, and then of course they include Lori in it as well, and they've just been so nice to us, and it's been a great year, and I want to thank them for the recognition at Indianapolis. When, you know, we won that race in '65, and I believe it's 47 years later. This car's running down the straightaway with my picture on the hood, so it was pretty special.
I'm sure it was. And, you know, before I even came to Virginia, I was in California and about to racing, I heard Wood Brothers. And I never dreamed I'd be within a few miles from you guys one day. You know? But you know, that's how things work out sometimes. But it's just an honor to have you here with me. And Lori, both of you guys are a big asset to the community and to the sport of racing. And we're so thankful to have you still participating and still plugging it, you know. Everywhere you go, all they think was NASCAR.
Well, people always ask me, you know, when you going to retire? You know, well, you got to do something. And if I was completely retired, I would want to do what I'm doing. So it's nice that my nephews still want my opinion on things and want me to make little old things that I get tickled at them sometimes. I come up with a little something out of the ordinary, and they kind of smile and, you know, wonder how you did that.
Well, again, folks, we got to wind this thing down tonight, but we will see some more, I think, of Mr. Woods and sometime down the road in the future, and Lori, you too, and we just, and tonight, we're going to give 2 winners out, and Bobby Turpin be one, and Donna Tatum Thornton. Donna Thornton. But anyway, you need to call back and talk to me so I can get a phone number so I can tell you how to get these things, if you will. You can call, if you call my cell number, 732-2089, 732-2089. I'd like to get that information so you can get your prizes and enjoy them. But again, folks, I just appreciate you so much for tuning in tonight, and I hope God continue blessing you as much as He has me. Until next Thursday, this is Paul saying so long, and good night, Carson.